Hi everyone. A question was recently asked about working with large amounts of text. So you've already had some experience in working with labels, and maybe in your label you've had really short sentence, maybe only a few words. Let's see how we can extend the properties of a label to allow you to have paragraphs or multiple lines of text. First thing we need to do is we need to add a label to our storyboard. So I'm just going to click on the object library and I'm going to add a label to my storyboard. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to extend this to the edge just so it's inside the safe area of my view, and I'm also going to extend the vertical size, okay, the vertical height of the label as well, so it gives me a large enough space to add multiple lines of text. Now I need some text. Okay, so I need to have sufficient text which will fit inside this label. So what I'm going to do is use a website called Lorem Ipsum, uh, and Lorem Ipsum text is essentially placeholder text used by maybe print houses or companies that deal with print media, magazines, for example, and it's just placeholder text used for formatting purposes. So this website will just generate some dummy text for me that I can actually put inside my label. So I'm going to generate 2 paragraphs of text. I'm going to click on generate, and then I'm going to copy this text. Okay, copy this, and I'm going to go back to my Xcode window. Now I need to paste the text inside this label. There's a few ways I can do this. I can either double click on the label here and paste it in, or I can go to the attribute inspector of the label, and where it says label here, I'm going to Command V to paste in the text. If I press enter here, you'll see what happens. Now this is the default property of a label. Okay, you can see here that when it gets to the end, this single line of text, you'll see these 3 dots here. Now this essentially means it's truncating the text. Okay, it's cutting it off up until it can kind of fit the last word, or partially can fit the last word inside the area of this label. So what we need to do is we need to change this right now. So essentially it's quite there's 2 things that you need to do. First of all, where we have the line break, okay, the line break setting, at the moment you see is truncating it at the tail end. This is the tail end of the paragraph or the line of text. We want to change that to word wrap. Okay, change that to word wrap. That is in itself is not enough. What we also need to do is change this behavior where it says the number of lines. Okay, at the moment this is 1 line. It only supports 1 line of text. If I was to put in 50 lines, it will a number 50, it will support 50 lines of text. Now, what about if it's an arbitrary amount? So an arbitrary amount means we don't know the exact number of lines. Well, it's quite easy. All you need to do is set it to 0. When you set it to 0, it will fit the entire block of text inside that label.